Hey guys, how is everybody? I hope you're well. Nothing exciting here today. I honestly don't have anything exciting going on. I'm still waiting on that Farmer Tech order, but on a positive note, it has made it to the United States and is somewhere between Los Angeles and here, so could be this week. Who knows, but what sucks, I paid for Air Mail or SF Express. They said due to some holiday or something, they stuck it on the big boat anyway, but I think they overcharged me for shipping and stuck it on the boat and shipped it the cheapest way they could. But I'm already talking to management about it. They're assuring me it'll never happen again, but I'm going to attempt to try to get them to give me a little bit of credit on that order. But completely off topic to what we're doing here, but if you follow the channel, you know that I've got a couple builds here for Simple Man to do for a it's a Husky 55, and we've got a Steel 200T. Gonna do a complete custom build on that, painted cases, dyed plastic. Gonna try to make a nice little saw out of that. But anyway, earlier in the year, probably around the beginning of this year, I took this saw over to the property to run it, to do some carpentry work, construction work, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a carpenter. It would not hit a lick, would not start. The fuel cap on it was leaking, it's still going to leak. But I'd picked this up probably now, oh gosh, a year and a half ago from the same old man at the flea market I bought a bunch of saws off of. As you can see, you will not find one any nicer than that. It is in pristine condition. I'm not sure where in the bar and chain is that came on it, but I'm sure it's hanging here somewhere. But that's Archer full chisel chain. 14-inch Oregon bar. For this little saw, that's about all the setup it's ever going to need. But we'd done a video on this. It's kind of a popular video, I think, like 10% power increase in 15 minutes or something, or maybe it's 15% in 10 minutes. I don't know. We done a time in advance on it, and a very, very minor muffler mod. Just kind of opened up the baffle in it, and that's about it, and retuned the carb. And it was either, like I said, 10 or 12, or I don't know. You can find the video. Maybe I'll link it at the end. It would not hit a lick. I don't know. So that's what we're going to get into. I'm going to pour some fuel in it and let it sit and leak all over this stool, and that's about all those caps are good for. Swell up, get stuck, and then they're vice grip caps after that. About every one of these damn saws I have here that has a cap like that on it, you can't hardly get it in and out. It leaks. This one has the, which is weird, they put a duckbill valve in the cap, and it's got a purge set up on it. Normally I think the return purge line usually has a duck bill on the end of it, so that's, I guess they were making sure that it was going to vent. Yeah, smells good. Smells real nice. We ain't going to put a lot in it, we're going to put just enough. If I can get it up there, that jug's about full. It ain't the lightest thing in the world. 32 to 1, synthetic. 87 octane. Guys, I'll tell you, on your power saws, unless it's got, like, say, over 200 pounds of compression or a really, really healthy time in advance, you're wasting your money putting anything over 87 octane in your equipment. They'll honestly run better. The lower the octane, the hotter the burn is. The higher the octane, the slower it's going to burn, if that makes sense. Some people may disagree with that, but they can disagree all they want. Well, that's a positive note. That's telling me our fuel lines are still intact. And other than the muffler mod and time in advance, I had not touched this thing. Fuel cap's not leaking at all. That's odd. It leaked fuel all over the back seat of my truck the last time we took it out. And like I said, it may be a short video, but I'm thinking about porting this. These are 35, 36 cc's to where the Wild Thing is 42, and it's basically just a Wild Thing. I honestly picked up a Craftsman from another fella at the flea market, and I know I'm completely off topic, but guys, I ain't got nothing else. It is what it is, but I can't get to it. But that Remington saw, I'll probably get on both here in just a second if this runs, but the Zenoa clone, the 46cc or the 5800 clone, whatever it is, guy had that saw on a little Craftsman that's identical to this. It's a 36cc, but it's got a bar and chain on it. Saw looks good, looks as good as this one, but it's a Craftsman version. He wanted 50 for the pair, and I said I'll give you 40 bucks for them, because I done bent down and felt that they both had compression. He said give it here. He said I don't know nothing about them, but the Remington, the Zenoa clone, I put fuel lines on it. Hell, I think that was it, and that damn thing fires up and runs good. I don't know how it'll cut or what it'll do when you put it in a cut, but it starts and runs good, like second pull. But anyway, we got some fuel purged. It's on. Choke out. Yeah, just like I said, it would probably just fire right up. Usually when you get something out and you need it, that's when they typically won't hit a lick. This was a good running little saw. Well, that'd be running my mouth too soon. And it's raining here like 60 degrees today, but it's supposed to be 26 degrees in the morning. That's gonna be real nice. Well, it's not gonna run that easy either, guys. Maybe it's just flooded. Oh. She's a little floody for some reason. Pause you guys briefly. As you can hear, maybe it's raining, it's nasty. I may have mentioned that already. But it's supposed to turn to pure shit through the night. We're really cold. And I think like a high in the mid-40s tomorrow. I'm not complaining. I'd had enough of the 100-degree indexes through the summer. Had enough of that garbage. I'm ready for some cooler weather, but I could really care less about below freezing weather either. If I can find me a climate that's like between 50 and 70 degrees all year long, that would be awesome. That air filter's not bad. I think it's a new one I'm about to put in it. I don't know. It may have been in it already. What do we gotta have to adjust this? I'm just wondering if this thing, it could just have needle and seat bleeding off in the carburetor. And the reason I took that air filter out was just so it didn't fall and hit the floor while we're fooling with this. And you need a spline tool. Guys, stop cutting slots in the ends of your I know that sounds like I'm being an asshole, but I've gotten a couple saws here that are that way. Typically the slots in them ain't cut deep enough, they ain't cut straight. It's a pain in the ass to tune. You can pick up these sets of tuning screwdrivers, and generally they'll have everything you need in them to tune anything. It's like less than 20 bucks. I don't know. Let's just lean it out just a hair on the low jet. That was probably a 1/16 of a turn. Let's just see if it'll start back up. It could need a plug, but see if it fires back up. It's flooded again. I'm assuming probably a sticky needle and seat. Normally, if that's the case, it's going to flood in it idle. I don't know. Maybe we should have put a new plug in it. It sure is running awful good there. Check it again. You know what I think? I think the little fella just needs took out and ran. Again, that saw's in what I would consider pristine condition for what it is. Basically the same thing as a wild thing, just missing a few cc's. I don't know. Sorry there was nothing exciting in this video, but if we can get enough people in the comments saying port it, I mean more than one or two, we may do a before and after. It's already been muffler modded, already had the time in advance. It would be a true what you would get out of it, just grinding on it. There's been a lot of controversy over that over the years. I know personally I can just grind on a saw and get pretty good gains out of it, but normally your power band's moved up. Some people like that, other people don't. You know, everybody's different. A really high-strung saw doesn't bother me at all. It's, you know, just like a really high-strung street car or anything else. You got to get it up in its power band before you throw it in the wood. Again, some people don't care for that, but everybody likes what they like, you know. A lot of the guys I port for, they want a screamer, you know, and that's why a lot of my methods and theories here that I do are just a little different than some of the stuff other people do. But I'm willing to bet we can make a pretty good gain on this little thing. It ain't going to be like a 40% gain, I don't think, but if we can crack another, you know, 10, 15, maybe 20% over top of where it was at with the timing advance and muffler mod, it'd be a really fun, snappy little saw. But again, we've only got 36 cc's to work with. We are only running a 14, and these do have a 6 pin on them. But we'll just have to see. I've run my mouth here a little bit again. Let's see if it'll fire back up one last time. Anyway, guys, not much of a video, but it is what it is. Thank y'all for watching, and yeah, we may go into this and port it, may not. We'll just have to see. You guys have a good one.